Yes, I've had experience with a lot of, with not a lot, but a number of other chiropractors in my own journey as a chiropractic student. And working with Dr. Lay, what I've found is that although I'll feel different things in my body, for instance, with a network chiropractic, there's a lot of different experiences of, let's say, emotional release or things like that, but I won't know exactly what's releasing. Even me as a Reiki practitioner, I can Reiki myself or I could Reiki other people, but again, I won't be conscious of what's releasing. Whereas with Dr. Lay, she'll say, oh, this shoulder pain, it seems like it might be related to issues that you're having with your father right now. Does that resonate with you? And then I would think about it and I would say, oh yeah, I have been really concerned about my father thinks about, so and so, whatever, going to school or whatever. And so in that way, it's a lot different and a lot more interesting and fulfilling to go to her and to have a conscious or become conscious around what's, happening, what I'm dealing with at the moment and how it gets expressed in my body. When you go to a chiropractor, they'll adjust, and sometimes they're adjusting the same segment over and over. And I think what she's found, and from what I understand of neuroemotional technique, is that, well, a lot of times people will need to be adjusted in that same spot over and over because they haven't dealt with the core emotional issues underlying that pain that keeps coming back up. And so by using something like neuroemotional technique, you're able to get at that core emotion and let it go and heal that area and move on. So what she's doing is working with the different muscle groups to help balance them. If they're overactive, then helping to calm them down, and vice versa. If they're turned off, then she helps to turn them back on again. So in that way, she's helping your body to experience itself in a different way. So like, for instance, when you get injured, your body might turn a muscle off because it was overused. And so it turns it off, and then it kind of, once it heals, sometimes it just stays turned off. And so maybe you're not going to feel it if you're overdoing it again, and so then you keep re-injuring it. So what she's doing is helping you to turn muscles back on and off, or on, so that you can then feel it again. And so sometimes it actually may hurt a little more in that process. But then it's like, well, she's bringing back the healthy boundaries that you had previously to the injury so that you can feel it again and heal it. In her intake process, it's interesting because she doesn't use a lot of the computerized programs that other chiropractors use. Because, you see the program and you see the printout and you're like, is that really me? I don't know. It could just be the computer program spitting out some thing that makes me not look so healthy, right? So instead, in her intake, it's an experiential process where she'll actually do things like check your reflexes. And then you actually get to see for yourself, oh, my right reflex is a lot worse than my left reflex. What's going on? Oh, well, coincidentally, well, maybe not so coincidentally, it happens to be on my right side that's a lot weaker. And so I actually really see that for myself. During a session, from what I understand, she's checking in with the body using muscle testing, her own kind of muscle testing, to see what it is that your body wants to work on during the session. And so if it's that she's working on muscles in your feet, that she may be working on muscles in your feet. And at some point, she might find a time when your feet need to be adjusted. And I'm talking about what chiropractors call osseous adjustment, or the cracking that people know of to be. And when she does it in a way that's very quick, generally painless and necessary, because that's when your body's like, okay, I'm ready for this adjustment. Whereas sometimes you might go to other offices and the chiropractor just does what they do, and then you're kind of startled, and then it's kind of painful. But she does it very with intention and with the permission of your body, which is kind of an interesting thought. She can work with the activator. She can work with, manual osseous adjusting. She can work with muscle, fascia work, or energy work, whatever talent she has, she can bring out. And so your body kind of knows that and can tell her what it is that you need at that moment.